My name is Kelty Wilton, and I live and work here at the Sanctuary. My journey here with the Sanctuary began in 2018 when I first came here as a client myself for part of my own healing journey. And it was a really powerful awakening experience for me and really started a whole new chapter in my life. The work we do here at the Sanctuary of really transforming and changing the way we see ourselves and our past and our story and our future, and really evolving our consciousness. That was all the sort of stuff that I was interested in my life already. Just couldn't really bring it into a way of being or an embodiment. So it didn't matter how many self-help books or how much Ram Dass I read or watched. I couldn't really bring it from these ideas and concepts out into a way of being, or maybe really more away, in and down into an experience in myself. And so I feel like what my initial experience of the Sanctuary really did was give me a reassurance that the way that I believed was possible to live is actually possible, because I saw it here. So I saw people that were living from a place of love and service and integrity, and people who were dedicated to their own growth as well as being there alongside the growth of others. And so since then, I've spent the last years of my life cultivating that in myself and trying to become more and more of that in myself. After I first left the Sanctuary, I went and worked on a farm for a little bit to continue kind of grounding myself and letting these changes percolate that I could feel were happening. Went and worked as a carpenter with my dad for a while and took some steps to heal in that relationship, and didn't really know where any of it was going. I just mostly felt incredibly grateful and really astonished that I climbed out of this hole that I'd dug for myself. And the next step really came when I felt the call to travel to Chile and to study shamanic energy medicine down there. So I flew down there and was there for a couple months studying with this school called the Four Winds. And that was another big awakening experience, and felt a deep calling inside to continue that path and to continue to share that with other people. So when I was down in Chile studying at this school, I didn't actually know that Dean Taraborelli, the founder of the Sanctuary, would be one of my teachers down there. I knew he was associated, but I didn't realize he taught down there. And so he taught his portion of the class, and towards the end of that, I just wandered into this room I'd never been into before, and just curious what was in this room, just wandering around the campus. And there was Dean sitting at this desk with a chair next to him, and he motioned for me to sit down. And so I sat down, and with very little preamble, he asked me if I wanted to come back and work at the Sanctuary. And so he was basically asking me if I wanted to live my dream. And so composed myself and said yes, and went back home after finishing my training and packed up my whole life and moved to Arizona. And I've lived here since the beginning of 2019. And yeah, my focus is on the shamanic energy medicine, on ceremony as a form of healing for people. Beginning of 2021, I began a teacher training, meditation teacher training with Jack Kornfield and Tara Brach, which is another big interest, big focus of mine. This kind of demystifying and reclaiming what this healing path of meditation is. There's so much misinformation and so much struggle related to this, and so helping to set people at ease in that sort of practice, and learning to meet themselves quietly inside. I recently went through a holographic sound healing training, which is maybe a little too much to explain exactly what that is right now, but I'm currently weaving it into everything that I offer here, and really continuing you know, so many of my own interests and my own journey here. Just the difference now is that when I go out and explore and continue to learn and grow and expand in myself, it all feeds back into the work here with the sanctuary, and all feeds back into my offerings to the people that come here.